If you've been following the key topics on this channel so far, then by now you should have a fully functioning and working financial tracking and planning tool, a spreadsheet. If that's the case, then great, but there's an elephant in the room. How do you easily and effortlessly get your day-to-day financial data, your transactional data, into this spreadsheet? This is where some automation comes in. I cannot yet promise a fully automated workflow where things just magically happen, but I can certainly show you a few options, a few ways which will make your day-to-day life significantly easier. I'm making a big assumption here. I imagine that today you manage your finances on your mobile device by an application issued by your bank. If that is the case, then that's great news. I've got a few solutions for you. So let's carry on. First of all, for Android users, I have two independently working options or solutions on how you can get your financial data into our spreadsheet in a few steps. For iOS users, it's a bit more tricky. I don't yet have a solution, but I'm super open if you can share something which can help me develop such a solution. I'm super open to it, and I will promise I will make it and will share it. For iOS, just for one more moment, to understand why it's so difficult is because iPhones are so much more restrictive and so much more conservative when it comes to how they can handle messages, push notifications, that there is no easy way to get this data out in a secure and controlled way. For Android users, though, it is possible. So here is the challenge. Banks usually don't prefer open communication channels, and by open channels I mean a bank is not going to send you a simple plain text traditional email for every one of your transactions as they happen. It's just not the way how they do it. Also, it's very unlikely, although quite possible, that they send you a plain text, again, traditional classic text message, an SMS message. Very unlikely. What they prefer these days, and this is my experience so far, is that they use some sort of a push notification tied to their mobile application, their mobile app. This is pretty secure. You can see it on your screen, you can manage it, but then the push notification goes away, and it's not easy to post-process, to manage these details, this financial transactional data. So I've got a solution, actually two options for this. Both are relatively easy, no coding experience required. It's just basically using some services and clicking together a solution. And by the end, what you can get is you can get these push notifications converted into a more reusable format, a more reusable way, and we can either, this is plan A, convert it into an email that you can get into your mailbox for every single transactions, and from there it's just an easy copy-paste into our spreadsheet, or B, and I'm using actually both solutions parallel because it's possible, to get every push notification saved into a spreadsheet on your Google Drive. How cool is that? So let's take a look at how this is done, and let's move into a screen sharing session. I'll see you there. All right, so here we go. This is a presentation of an automation tool that I'm using to capture my push notifications from my banking application on my mobile device and saving each notification into a spreadsheet on a Google Drive. And for this, I'm using a service which is known as IFTTT, but in reality the full name is if this then that. So this is what IFTTT stands for. I have no affiliation with this company, I just love their product and I quite like that they provide a solution. So let me show you, let me walk you through how you can sign up. It's free for, I believe, 2 automation. So if you want to go beyond 2 solutions, then you should sign up. But again, for the sake of this demo and for your purposes, if you are just going to use it for one single automation task, then it's free. So let's get started. As the website suggests, you need to sign up. Just provide your email, come up with a secure password, and just hit get started. In the next step, you need to select which mobile phone you are using, because you have to download at a later stage the mobile app onto your device. Again, for my experimentation and for the sake of this demo, I selected both Android and iPhone, but of course you only need to select just the appropriate one for you. Okay, moving on. Be careful here, because you don't need the Pro package. So with this little tiny gray not now message, please use that and click on that. It's going to be fine. Next, IFTTT provides a variety of automation solutions, so you need to search for a specific one. In the search box, please start typing in save notifications, because this is how this automation's title begins. And as you can see, immediately the first one is going to be to your left, which is light green, and it has a little Android icon at the top left corner, indicating that unfortunately this automation is only available for Android devices and not for iPhones, not for iOS. So click on that, and this is where the automation setup begins. It's very, very simple. Before you click connect, please open up this more details button, because this section will explain the 2 steps. So essentially, as the whole services title suggests, if something happens, then please do that. This is the whole philosophy behind this service. So if a notification is received from a specific application on your mobile phone, this software will trigger another step, another extra step. So then please take the notification and save it and add it to a new row in a spreadsheet on your Google Drive. So this is as simple as that. Now, to set it up, first you need to connect and you need to allow IFTTT, the service, to access your Google Drive and to create a spreadsheet there and kind of keep adding new records to that spreadsheet. So you have to accept the terms of service, and you also need to grant access to your Google account. I've done this. It's been working for me for actually more than a year now, for over a year now. So I consider it relatively safe and secure. By the way, if you are super conservative, you can set up a specific Google Gmail account just for this exercise. So you can separate your private email account and private Google account from this service. So you can also do that. But for now, let's hit continue. And this is where the applet setup begins. So you have to be very precise when entering the app name. So you have to know the exact specific name. This is usually as simple as what is written on your mobile phone. So what is the name of this app? And optionally, I actually figured out that it became mandatory. You have to provide a filter keyword which you are filtering on for those messages. I'll show you, I give you an example later. And then last item for the first step is to select your Google Sheet account, which is in my case this LifeRevise Google account. At some point during the process, it will ask you for your mobile phone for a simple reason to send you a link in a simple text message so that you can download the appropriate app for your application. So this is, again, you can just ignore it if you have already downloaded it, but it offers you this option as well. Next step, so basically we already edited the first one. I've just showed you. So this is exactly the first one, where you have to provide an app name. In my case, for the sake of this example, this is going to be Revolut. And I'm specifically looking for a word which I know exists in every single notification message, which is the word spent. So I'm just looking for this keyword. So this is the first bit, updating the trigger. And then the second one is where the location of the spreadsheet is going to be and how the spreadsheet's columns will play together quite nicely when receiving this notification. So that's the second step. Everything is pre-filled, so you don't have to change anything if you don't want to. So the spreadsheet name is going to be your app name plus the word notifications, as it suggests. There will be certain columns. It's very neat, very nice. You will see how it works. So basically the first column will be a timestamp of when you are receiving that specific notification, when you have received that specific notification. Next column will be the app name. Next column, so it's column C, is going to be the notification title, if there is any. And finally, column D, the fourth column, will be the notification message, the body of the message. Again, you don't have to make any changes here. And last but not least, this IFTTT service will create a folder, a specific folder on your drive. And also it is going to name the spreadsheet as the Android notifications, or I believe it's going to be a folder in Android notifications, and then the app name will be the spreadsheet name. So again, nothing else to change here, just say update action. On your mobile phone, so we are now just switching to my mobile phone, this is how it looks like. So you download the app, you log in with your registered username and password, and you will already see this card saying connected. So you are already making this connection between your banking app, where the notification will come from, and then your Google Drive spreadsheet, where your Google account, where this notification is going to be saved. Very similar look and feel. So IFTTT is quite possibly a mobile first company. So the web page looks exactly like how it should look like on a mobile device. So nothing new here. One interesting aspect is that you will notice probably that this automation has never run, which is true because we have just set it up. So again, if you click on the notification, very similar, a very easy to use two-step process. If you touch on the green one, it will take you to this very setup that we have just set up in the web browser on the web. So the application is Revolut. The keyword we are looking for is spent. And then if you click on the blue one, then this is, again, nothing to be changed here, but this is the spreadsheet side of the equation. Okay, it's all connected, and you now can see on my screen that meanwhile it has run actually 2 times, because I just received 2 notifications there. So it has run 2 times, you can see that. And so now, as a final step, let's switch to our Google Drive, where you can already see that the application indeed has created an IFTTT folder and an Android notification folder within that folder, and it has already created the Revolut notifications spreadsheet, and it already filled with 2 rows. So the 2 messages, sometimes it happens in batches, so all of a sudden within 1 minute you get like multiple notifications on your mobile. So this is what happened here. So I've got 2 entries already there. As I mentioned, column A is the timestamp, column B is the name of the app, column C is the title of the message, if there is any, and column D is the body, the main part of the message. So from here you can easily copy and paste your financial transaction details into our original spreadsheet. And this is it. That's all for this demo. We are done. Thanks for watching.